Welcome in. We are here, still in the real Matrix. I'm the Angry Patriot, along with my very special guest, Mr. Dale Hellestrae, three-time Super Bowl champion, Dallas Cowboys. I feel like he's in his Sunday best again in his sloppy T-shirt and uncombed hair. And I thought I would try to make him feel more comfortable today by having the same kind of look.
Dressing down a little bit.
Dressing down. This is the dress down show.
You know, when I get up at 5:30 to go do my workout day, which I know you don't see 5:30 very often.
No.
I just dress like this, and I come in and do a show.
Dale, you're on television. You should probably take it a little more seriously, all right? It's a good look to look better. Maybe throw in a collar every once in a while.
I do on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Okay. I miss those.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Should I come in on those days?
Well, I'm golfing then, so I probably wouldn't be here.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect. So we do a lot of we tape the shows. We can't do this live. I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing as it is taped. So we tape them, and we just got over our Memorial Day weekend.
Yep.
Dale was asking me about mine. I'm going to get to ask you about yours, Dale. Good weekend.
Couple days of golf, and I had the family over, a little cookout yesterday afternoon, and
Perfect.
Got to spend time with the grandkids, which I hear you'll be doing here I cannot wait. Cannot wait to see the Angry Patriot as a grandpa.
You love to see me suffer, don't you?
You're gonna love it.
Anytime Dale knows that things go wrong for me, that brings a smile to his face immediately.
I can't say that you're lying.
That's the truth. So, yes, but Dale obviously is such a family man.
Yeah.
And let's just say I'm lacking in those areas.
You are, but I promise you, your son just got engaged. Congratulations. She said yes. I mean, a Nash boy getting married. I mean, that's news in and of itself.
Sure is.
And next thing you know, there's be little rug bunnies running around your house, David.
I have no idea what young kids do these days. I don't know what their plans are. I don't even know if I want to know.
Yeah.
So as much as I love sitting around and talking and shooting a garbage with you, we got to get back to the fact that we're stuck in the real Matrix. We're here in this world that is oppressive. Dale, you've been along for this trip. Are you starting to see stuff? At least is this because over the long weekend we had people over and every time I talk to someone, very intelligent people I love, smart, intelligent people. Sometimes they just don't get all of it like you do. I mean, You kind of get it.
Right.
But it seems like you get hung up on things.
Yes, because there are certain things that are really hard for my mind to wrap itself around. You're going through the clips about what we're talking about this show, and to say, well, Bush is not a good guy, or some of those things. It's like, what?
Hey, listen, instead of being a spoiler here, I guess let's just get to it. We'll play a first clip. It's just going to be kind of a refresher of 9/11 a little bit. There's so many clips I have. I never played it anywhere else. So let's just go over that to start.
Another element suggesting controlled demolitions are the so-called squibs, the puffs of debris that were noticed on the sides of both towers as the collapses took place. Squibs occur in controlled demolitions when concrete is forcefully expelled from the building by the explosions occurring inside.
The individual explosions that I noticed 20 and 30 and 40 stories below the collapsing structure, those are what we demolitions guys call squibs. And that's another characteristic that seems to be evident.
The debunkers forget that several squibs were observed 20, 30, or 40 floors below the level of the collapse, in an area where the floors above were still perfectly intact. There is no smoke or concrete to be pushed out here when the collapse has only reached this level at this point. But elevators and stairs have doors at almost every floor. Had there been such a strong compression from above, it would have pushed with equal force on all the floors below, not just the one where the squib occurred. In any case, this is clearly not broken glass. Glass fragments from a window would not even be visible from such a distance. These are high-speed ejections of concrete and other solid debris, which can only be explained by a powerful explosion having occurred nearby. There is even one case in which the expulsion of material, and possibly a human being, takes place before the collapse has begun.
So just a refresher of the fact that, as a matter of fact, talking to someone I cherish, and we talked about the fact that fires could not have brought down the buildings.
Right.
I mean, we've gone over that show after show after show. So then you see this, squibs, done with controlled demolition.
Right.
Sometimes, and when people can't wrap their hands around that,
Do you think that was somebody mistiming the explosion, like they wanted to time it exactly as the building was starting to come down, and they went off a little bit early?
it's a good question, Dale. Listen, I don't. It may sound like I have a lot of answers. I really don't,
Okay.
and I don't really have a very high IQ, so it's not really. You're not gonna get any genius information from me, but I'm pretty observant, and I see this. And like we showed in other, when you see a controlled demolition building come down,
Right.
okay, I saw that. Then when you see the towers come down, I see that. I kind of looks similar.
It looks very similar.
I'm just observational.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and then we're now going to spin out of this because we've kind of gone on and on and on about the towers being brought down. Controlled demolition. There's a powerful group behind this that wants to go to war, the military-industrial complex, people in our government or people working with our government who want to work to get a new world order, one world government. And when you say that, a lot of people go, come on, new world order, one world government. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to play a clip from George Bush, the president, senior.
Okay.
He did this in a speech to us, America. This is a televised speech, and he said it more than once. I could probably play other clips that he said the same nonsense elsewhere. But this is my favorite one. It's pretty clear, it's pretty concise, and watch in the middle of it where he says, and we will be successful. It's almost like a Dr. Evil type, and we will be successful kind of thing. And this is really the start of trying to bring the perpetrators into the light of actually who is behind all this. Play the clip, Riley.
I'm hopeful that this fighting will not go on for long and that casualties will be held to an absolute minimum. This is an historic moment. We have in this past year made great progress in ending the long era of conflict and Cold War. We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Yeah. So what you see there is he said it on numerous occasions. Yeah. And he said, and when we're successful, and we will be.
Right.
And we will be. We will shove this down your throat, whether you like it or not. And if you listen back, go ahead, play it back again. If you're a member here or podcast or whatever, play back. The initial talks in the clip were I think it was the Middle East War, one of the wars, whatever.
Okay.
And this was going on during the time when he was president. And he makes it sound like, oh, this new world order is going to be so great. It's not going to be about war. You know, it's not the law of the jungle. It's man dictating. But what man?
Yeah, the United Nations is what I heard.
Yes, United Nations. He is a pure traitor.
Yeah.
In this speech, because he's saying, listen, it shouldn't be about the United States anymore. We should give up all of our power to the United Nations. Let them kind of dictate to the world what's going on.
That's true.
He's a traitor. That is, it's just, he's treacherous. And he says it right there. And then if you look back, and I don't have these clips now, and maybe we'll do this show a while in the future in regards to how much of traitors or traitors the Bush family is. I can go back into his father, great-grandfather, Prescott Bush, worked with the Nazis, this and that. Anti-American, pro-power, pro-run the show, do it their way, pro-power, anti-freedom, anti-blue-collar, regular American stuff. I could go on and on about it, but let's talk a little bit more about the Bush clan, how maybe they were associated with 9/11. Next clip, Riley.
Marvin Bush, the president's brother, and their cousin, Wirt Walker, were the principals of the company that was in charge of security for the World Trade Center. They don't, man, yeah.
The jaw-dropping coincidences kept piling up. I learned that Stratesec was a security company which used to be called Securicom, and they didn't just handle security for the World Trade Center complex. They had contracts with Dulles International Airport, from where Flight 93 departed, and United Airlines, accounting for most of the security breakdowns on 9/11. And another thing, Stratesec also handles security for Los Alamos National Labs, one of the only places on the planet that can produce the nanothermite found in the ground zero dust. The odds are pretty astonishing that one company can link so many vital elements of 9/11. But more astonishing is there's no mention of Stratesec or Securicom in the entire 567-page 9/11 Commission report. Of course, that was no surprise by now. Did I forget to mention that that same 9/11 Commission did not mention the collapse of Building 7 in the entire report either?
Why is there not a word about the collapse of that building in the 9/11 Commission report?
We didn't see any evidence of the kind of thing you're talking about.
I didn't think this was something done by terrorists anymore, nor did I think this was done by any one man, even if a president. How does he get nanothermite? How does he get NORAD, the FAA, and our air defenses to look the other way? Or get access to the interior of all 3 towers? Or get 19 guys to kill themselves? Or get NIST and the 9/11 Commission to tank their investigations? Or keep the media quiet? Or keep a rival administration from exposing it? No. This seemed much bigger than even a president, and impossible for a man on the run. If someone like me with no budget or staff can find something clearly wrong with Building 7's collapse, how could an entire government commission fail to mention it in their report? Something big and strange was coming into view, seemingly coordinated and almost invisible, like 1,000 more puzzle pieces dumped out before me. I couldn't see the bigger picture yet, but I knew there was one, and it involved powerful elements of our world.
You know, I mean,
Well, because again, my biggest question in all of this, and obviously you're doing a good job as far as starting to piece things together, is how on earth has nobody, as this thing grows bigger, seemingly, and more people involved, how's nobody came out and said, you know what, I can't sleep at night, I'm going to kill myself, whatever.
I've already said, Dale, whistleblowers come out all the time, and whistleblowers are silenced. Whistleblowers, the information never gets to us. There's a whistleblower every other day about everything. Talk about, and we're going to get into many shows about COVID and the COVID nonsense and how it was a virus made in the lab. We were behind it. Department of Defense was all behind it. It's a bioweapon. That information is out there in spades. Yet most people haven't heard it unless you search it down, because they control the message in the media. The information is out there. You have to keep your ears open and eyes open to see it and hear it. It's that simple. It's out there, Dale. All the information I showed you now, it's out there. That now it's in. You're aware of it, and once you see it, you go, "How does this make sense?"
Right.
Why didn't we hear about it before? Well, because they control the media. They own them. They are the media. Unlike here at Roback TV, we're giving you the information. It's there. You got to hunt it down, and everyone should be aware of this. Everyone should know this. And once you do, and once you look into it more and more, we're not even scratching the surface. I mean, it started on 9/11 for the fact that that information is so clear cut. We've gone. It's science. It's scientific facts. You can't argue it.
No.
Yet, some people just can't wrap their hands around it still. And you'll bring up that, like, how does everyone keep a secret? Well, these maniac and lunatics who are behind it, they are committed. It's not just like they're doing this as a hobby. They are committed. They feel they're at war. I feel they're at war with us. Just like the movie The Real Matrix. It's war. It's the regular, normal humans against the computers. We're at war with them. And they're not gonna give you their plans.
But I just can't believe there hasn't been one rogue reporter who goes, you know what? I break this story.
Again, I said before, there's reporters that have come out and tried to say it.
Yeah.
They're fired. They're fired. They're let go. And if you haven't heard the word Clintonized, you know how many people who have committed suicide being in correlation with the Clintons, dealings with the Clintons? These people, they don't care.
No. They're
at war. And we'll get to Clinton and people that have been Clintonized in the future. But we've got so much to go over here. Next clip.
We're both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go
I'm
wild.
sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the web.
Number
page.
322.
You both were members of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale. What does that tell us? Not much, because it's a secret. Is there a secret handshake? Is there a secret code? I wish there were something secret I could manifest. 322, a secret number? There are all kinds of secrets, Tim, but one thing is not a secret. I disagree with this president's direction that he's taking the country. We can do a better job, and I intend to do it.
Tim Russert, the moderator of Meet the Press and NBC's Washington bureau chief, collapsed and died early this afternoon.
So they're making the correlation that because Tim Russert brought up these secret societies that Bush and Kerry and a number of other these whack jobs in our government are in.
Right.
You didn't hear it. They didn't argue it. They're in it. Secret societies. Actually, we'll show you in future clips the fact that John Kennedy also said, we're not okay with secret societies. And because secret societies are against open societies, open speech, open freedom. Secret society. Bush is a member.
Right.
Kerry's a member. I mean, they said it right there. And you can make the correlation if Tim Russert was killed or he just had an early heart attack. Tim probably didn't do as much working out as you do. So might have just been a coincidence that he died after bringing that up in an interview. It's coincidence.
You could tell that Bush was really caught off guard.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, they talk about numbers in secret societies. I will show you in a clip in the future in regards to COVID how when COVID hit, I have a whole film video of every state representative saying there were 33 new cases of COVID. Every state had 33 new cases of COVID. 33 is some satanic number for Freemasons. And listen, I don't understand all these secret society nonsensical stuff that they're part of. But when you look at it, and every one of these people are saying 33, 33, 33, you start going, what's the program here?
Right.
Start making the connections. I'm telling you, it's just whacked. But we'll get to that another time. listen, I don't know if, I don't have all the time in the world to do this. So we're still working on 9/11, and we want to try to wrap that up. So, Riley, next clip.
Finding out, and it's becoming common knowledge, that the attack on Pearl Harbor wasn't the surprise attack we were all told it was. In fact, the powers that be knew days ahead of time that the attack was pending. And then there's the Northwoods documents that were released in 1961, in which the Joint Chiefs spelled out plans to attack their own ships, sink battleships, let off bombs, and have terrorist attacks here in the United States to instill patriotism and raise anger against the communists so that we could find an entry into the Cold War. We all know that war makes money, and the events at Pearl Harbor and the very existence of the Northwoods documents should represent a mindset and a clear intent of the powers that be to involve themselves in clandestine operations and to sacrifice the lives of our men and women in uniform and civilians as well, as long as it will legitimize their involvement in some sort of a military conflict. Let's look at the world situation today. The United States is the only remaining world superpower. Russia is our best friend now, or so we're told, and China is our biggest trading partner. Simply ask Walmart or Dollar General or any other major retailer where most of the goods are manufactured in China. Well, if there is no world superpower boogeyman or enemy to be watching over, well then what better enemy to have than a nameless, faceless enemy without a country that can strike at will in any corner of the globe? The war on terror. A war that, as Dick Cheney has said, could last for decades. Yes, war means money. And defense contracting is the largest industry in the country, if not the world. Billions, if not trillions of dollars are awarded to defense contractors every year. And they'll manufacture $75 hammers or $600 toilet seats, grossly overcharging the American taxpayer. Where does all this extra money go? And now we have to ask the question, how do defense contractors guarantee job security and profitability? And the common sense answer is to guarantee that there is war. Well, you might ask, why doesn't the mainstream media tell us about this? Why hasn't Tom Brokaw or NBC News told us? Well, as an example, NBC is owned by General Electric. General Electric is one of the top 10 defense contractors. Keeping this information in mind, it should be easy to understand how and why the United States would create an Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden was a CIA asset. He was trained by and funded by the CIA. He was put into power by the CIA, and he had substantial financial ties to the current administration. Saddam Hussein was also supported by the United States government. He was given agricultural credits, which he then used to purchase illegal chemical and biological weapons, according to Senator Donald Riegel's report. Question: is it not outside the realm of possibilities that the United States would create a boogeyman, create an Osama bin Laden or a Taliban or an Al-Qaeda, on which they could place the blame of the events of September 11th and other yet-to-occur terrorist acts?
I mean, there's a lot to go over there. It kind of touched on the fact that, forget about General Electric owning NBC. General Electric is owned by investors, investment companies. BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street. I think we went over this. You weren't here. We talked about how everything is a monopoly because all of our investment firms out there, where we put your money in to retire, they gobble up and become the prime investor in these companies. So when you're the prime investor, when you're providing the most money for a company, you now have a voice. You now basically run the company. And all these investment firms, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, and they're all connected. They're all like born in West Virginia. They're all related. They own each other's stock. So when you say BlackRock, well, they're really strong. Vanguard, they own each other's stock. So they're all basically one and the same. They own everything. And if you go against their agenda, they'll pull the money. They'll shut you down. They'll get you fired. And people, when you say, why is it in a row? Because people are concerned about do they have enough money to live? Do they have a job where they can pay their mortgage off? Have money. They got to keep their jobs. They got to do it. They might not like. They got to do it. It's the way it is. Tell you what, we got so much more to do, but want to cut out on a break. Got to pay the advertisers, our great advertisers, to keep us on. We appreciate it, and we'll be right back with The Real Matrix.
Want to make your love life sizzle like a Phoenix summer? Summit Male Medical guarantees to help you with ED or premature issues, or we won't charge you. We've helped tens of thousands of patients here in the Valley since 2008. Please compare our most experienced medical staff and low-price treatments to anybody. If you've talked to the rest, it's time to come to the best. Put the sizzle back in your love life. 480-398-1000 or go to summitmalemedical.com. Summit Medical, love for life.